How are you feeling? Do you have more questions? Yes. We have some few minutes. So let me again then invite Osvaldo, Jean-Pierre, and why not Amar? John got most of the questions last time, so if you have a question for John, he's here. So, of course, you're ready, Daniel.
Thank you. My name is Fredrik Littell from Handelsbanken. No, just kidding. A question is to Jean-Pierre, and it is a little bit on. We see some early signs that we have cellular private networks taking off a bit, with 5G also, and with slicing or non-slicing, also with telcos or without telcos, and sometimes but so in the enterprise space. So my question is this also a deep packet inspection market opportunity, direct or indirect, for Enea and for Cosmos? Thanks.
Yes. Just to make sure that I understand the question, I will answer and I will see after I have the good answers. Actually, we are seeing more direct, actually, today, opportunities, like you said, what we call direct the solution vendors, such as Zscaler. This is, our direct, we call it direct selling to the approach. So, yeah, we are seeing it because more and more the customer, they don't want any monolithic solution, less flexible, and they're looking for cost-effective also on the other side. So they want to control their own destiny on the cybersecurity by bringing us. So more flexibility, less expensive, and they're investing a little bit more on the engineering side. So this is the way that, this is why we are seeing more opportunities by bringing, like in slice by slice, actually, this is the components, we say it on the security feature that the customers are looking to bring into their own products.
Perfect. Yeah. And the last question, I promise, and that would be on the rich communication. You talked about it, that you also do offer solutions there, and you talked about, for example, Google RCS and so on coming in from the side, but RCS initially for IMS, old technology. But can your solution be within, especially perhaps deep packet inspection, but also in the firewall side, is it as relevant in RCS messaging as it is within SMS, or is it a risk that Google takes RCS over the top and brings the security on the level 7, more or less on the layer 7, instead of on level 3, 4, 5? Thanks.
But in the way that we are positioning our messaging firewall is as a multi-channel protection, meaning that when we deploy this into one of our CPaaS clients, basically we protect all the different channels where they distribute this message. And we are trying to simplify that for our customers. So we have one single protection rules, regardless of if that message is SMS, MMS, RCS, or even API calls. That's why we want to extend, and that's what we are doing today. We are extending from an SMS firewall to a multi-channel to cover all these possible languages.
All right. Anyone else? So I would also like to then. Sorry, Simon.
Yeah, sorry, I'll take one more. Anders, you and I have discussed many times that you probably add more value than you're able to extract in terms of pricing. So I'm not exactly whom to direct this question to, but how can you describe in brief terms how you make sure that you actually get the value that you bring to the table, so to speak?
So I think it's. I think I answered the last time that yes, we bring more value to the table than we're getting paid for. I'm not sure. I think it's a negative all the time, because that is how it works. What's the value of a car? Is it the value of the car, or is it the value that it can take you to the job? And that value is different between different people. But what John talked about, and I think it's a really important message here, is that, and that you asked also the question, how come that it seems like your security business is growing? And John, before John took over in 22, and the guy before John was sort of a pure play security individual that didn't really think that the CPaaS business was, it wasn't revenue that was as good as firewall revenue from the telecom operators. John saw the opportunity here, and one of the opportunities is actually to get our fair share of that, what we're creating. So we have a revenue share opportunity. So it's not the big deals that you're looking for, the $2 million perpetual deals that we can announce, but it's a smaller deal in the beginning. But we're generating recurring revenues, and we're generating a revenue share that gives us the fair share of the value. And the same what I was trying to highlight with Jean-Pierre here. It's another example. We're not bringing in the $2 million deals. It might be a $500,000 deal with a startup in Silicon Valley, but that is swamped up by Cisco. And all of a sudden, it's recurring revenues of a lot of money. So those are examples of that. But going forward, if Enea, the way to be able to take more, bigger part of the value here is that we need to become a bigger company, discussing with the operators and being able not just to sell the product, but to sell a bigger solution that we can price a bit, indifferent to the actual individual product that you can buy from Cellusys or from Mobilium. But this solution you can only buy from Enea, and that we can price it more of a value. But that's a journey, and we're not there today for all the products, but going forward, that's certainly an area that we want to explore. Sorry? Yeah, that you can add a small one, both of you.
Earlier, something else we did almost immediately after I took over was to look at how, we're defining our product management. And to your question, how we carved up value, how we sold value, and how we ensured that we got the best return for the value we gave. We worked very closely with Osvaldo. He'd already done this in other parts of the business. We introduced value packs. So we carved up our products into different value packs, and it allows us to only sell what the customer is looking for and still give us opportunities to upsell additional value. We probably weren't as stringent on that in our former capacity as Adaptive Mobile, and maybe we gave a little bit too much of the right to use to our customers. They bought our solution, it's so flexible they can do anything, but now it's very boxed off so that we can upsell the value.
All right, thank you for that, John. All right. I also want to take the opportunity to further answer your question, Andreas. How do we make sure that we keep the focus and that we are not becoming diluted? And someone might have asked, how do we make sure we create the synergies? And I think behind me here you have a perfect example on how you try to implement that in reality. So Jean-Pierre here, he doesn't sell traffic management, he doesn't sell firewalls, he's not really involved in that. He lives and dies with the embedded security business. John lives and dies with the firewall business and sleeps about that, dreams about that, how can I improve that? So those are separate business groups focused very much on their own, on their thing. Osvaldo is having a position where we're trying to create the synergies, not by taking over the responsibility of the different business units, but working on a higher level to make sure that we have a corporate strategy that's also impacting the different business units. business units. And I would like to, Roland, if you quickly come here. So we haven't spoken about our telecom portfolio today because we don't have time to do that, but Roland is responsible for our business group only working with the other telecom products. So he lives and sleeps and dreams about those products and has a P&L responsibility on that. So Osvaldo goes cross. These are our business units. And Amar, who runs the EMEA and APAC sales organization, is selling Roland's and John's products. So keeping the focus, trying to get the synergies, but not doing everything at the same time, and with that killing the different acquired businesses. That's another way on how how we implement in reality the answer to the question you asked. Roland, who are you?
Sorry?
Who are you?
Yeah, I think some of you may know me. I was maybe the only one who was there 2019 on the last Capital Market Day already. I'm also coming from an acquisition. I'm actually based in Vienna, so my roots are Siemens, Nokia Siemens. And I was running the kind of brain on Osvaldo's picture for the last 20 years. So the classical telecom stuff, which is not the focus of today, but still a big portion to Enea's business, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so with that, I think if there's nothing further, yeah, there's one. Thank you. So now you have a great choice now. The one you direct that question to, you will have a slightly different answer, from very positive to little less positive to very strict. So choose. So we are not taking this product through the sales organization in 2024. We are focusing in on making sure that the delivery to the few customers we have are successful. It's 27 million. I said it's not yet in the bank, but that will be in the bank at the end of this. But still, it has to be delivered. So and that's Roland's responsibility. We have opened up for how to take this great product investment and how to use it in a smaller scale, in existing projects or in projects that we're trying to win. And we actually have some success already with that. So again, if we meet in 12 months, you might see more of this product, but the corporate answer today is we're not changing plans based on that big deal. But it can be a dream. It's allowed. Okay, thank you very much, all of you, and thanks for your job well done. It's time to answer Simon's question again then.